Hopefully, you can hear me. I'm doing this on my laptop, and I'm. Hey, everyone. Hopefully, you can hear me. This has been a crazy day. So, Sarah Carmichael went on another podcast earlier this evening with Duchess for the Missing. It was Duchess and somebody named AJ, or AJ all the time. I'm not sure who the other person was, but very long podcast. The episode lasted for almost 3 hours, and she talked about a lot of things, about Marissa, about the grandchildren, about the people involved in the case, and all that. And again, I'm going to address things that Sarah keeps saying, and yeah. So first off, before I go into all of that, one thing that was brought up in the podcast, I had done a video about Emma Villegas, which is Sarah's younger daughter. And I was mad. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty mad when I recorded the video, and I titled it "Emma Villegas Can Go to Hell." Not my finest moment. So I should not have titled it that. But and however, I do not regret one thing I said. I do not, because Emma Villegas had no business sending a message to my daughter. I have never, ever addressed Emma. I have never sent her a message. Now, Emma has commented on my YouTube videos, and on there, Emma has stated things that were incorrect. Like, I actually have it screenshotted and saved on my phone where says, the kids are with Smoke. No, the kids are not with Smoke. The kids are still in foster care. So, somebody commented, where did Emma lie? That's where Emma lied. Right there. So, no, I should not have titled it that. I probably should not have been as recording angry. But I don't regret saying anything I've said in that video. So, let me say that. Now, I do take issue with the podcast host, or one of them, referring to me as a tragedy pimp. That was a bit going too far. Especially considering you admitted on the podcast that you have not viewed any of my videos or listened to anything I had to say. So, why throw out a term like that if you have not done any research into who I am? I'm just saying, I think that's a bit premature to throw out names. So, again, I'm also going to address Sarah saying, detective didn't tell me anything, detective didn't meet with me. And again, he did. I actually have a little video I recorded before I went into the building to have the meeting with him. And I took a picture of the front door to prove that I was there. So I don't know if Detective Denny is telling Sarah he didn't tell me anything just to keep her calm. I have no idea. But yeah, he's told me things. I've told him things. We have exchanged information. He did say he had investigated Shawnee Lely to the fullest extent, and there's nowhere else to investigate. At this time, he's not a person of interest. He said the same thing with Jersey. They both cooperated with the police. So one of two things. Either the detective was lying to me, or he's lying to Sarah. But he told myself and the colleague I had with me, who is Star Rain, who is the leader of our group, we were both in his office. And, I mean, we had a check-in and everything. They know who we are. There's proof that we were there. And Sarah swears up and down she has something on her phone from the detective stating that he never talked to me and he never gave me anything. So, Sarah, if you have that, put it out there. Seriously, put it out there. because, you know, show the proof. But I've got the little video. I'll upload it. Once I put this video out on YouTube, I'll upload it at the end of the video so you all can see that I was there and what I say and everything else. So, because again, I would have loved to have recorded the interaction with us and the detective, but that wasn't happening. In fact, Star, you were there. I even asked, and he said no. So what am I going to do? Say nope, I have to record this or we can't talk. No, that's not going to happen. So there's that. And I'm not lying about anything, because again, the hosts are saying Marissa wasn't into drugs and Marissa wasn't into prostitution. Okay, let's backtrack that. Marissa has had a relationship, and I'm not saying like physical or emotional or whatever. We're talking like a business relationship with Mo Dollars for several years. Okay, Marissa was putting nearly naked photos of herself out on the internet, on TikTok, for people to hit her up for sex. So it's what she did. There are photos of her at Mo Dollars events at these bars where she's in her underwear and she's dancing. This is what they did. So I don't understand how that's, whatever. And then you've got Tasha Poplin, who drove Marissa into Greensboro that night, and she has said she stopped at a place so Marissa could buy some pills. I had another person who's close to the family that told me Marissa went into a place and bought a bag of pills. This is something she would do. So if she had a pill problem, okay, you know, stop being so ashamed of every darn thing. And the other thing I don't understand, Sarah, is Smoke. There's court documents where Marissa took out domestic violence charges against Smoke. You're the listed witness, but yet he was a good guy. He's devastated. He's crying. I don't understand any of that. He lives in Greensboro. No, he lives in Davidson County because that's where you took out the child abuse charges on him. So I don't understand why you're defending this guy so much. I mean, honestly, if I witnessed him put his hands on my daughter, I don't think I would be so kind. So that's crazy. I mean, that's absolutely crazy on that. And I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if you go back through my videos and you go through the timeline when I uploaded them, not at any time did I say start going off on Sarah until she gave Mo Dollars my phone number for him to call me and threaten me. That's when I started going off on Sarah. So, I'm sorry. I don't just start screaming about things for no reason. I have plenty of reasons. This whole family has given me plenty of reasons. Because you've went on several searches. You told me you couldn't go on searches because of your health. Um, you know, what is the truth? You had a GoFundMe out there that's been taken down because you were saying you had to get money to take care of your grandchildren. Grandchildren you don't have your hands on that are in foster care. And also you've got a neglect charge from like years ago. So I don't know if you would even be able to take care of those grandkids with that. Um, like I said, I'm at a loss as to what else to say about this. Marissa is missing, has been missing for 131 days. Um, she's not being trafficked. The detective told us that. The media coverage of her initially would make it very difficult for her to be trafficked. Um, we know she didn't run off on her own because she didn't have the money to do that, and that only leaves one one possible one conclusion is that she's no longer alive. I mean, I've got people coming out of the woodwork trying to tell me stuff, you know. So honestly, Sarah and Tasha and all them, you all need to look at your own click, your own click to find out where that's coming from, because you guys, you got people telling me everything. Now, granted, none of it could be really proven. I mean, well, some of it can. If it went to court, yes, it can be proven. But like I said, I refuse to sit here and listen to you all go on about how Smoke is a good guy. He just isn't. You've got children in foster care because he beat one of them with a belt and broke a bone on this kid. Marissa's missing. He's made it clear to the detective he doesn't give a damn where the hell Marissa is. So, where is the good guy in this? I'd love to know. I mean, I feel for anybody who's a domestic violence victim. I was a domestic violence victim for a long time, and nobody should go through that. We've got people saying that Marissa was beating on people. There was an assault case with her, with two of her closest friends, Destiny and Chloe, and she had a no contact order put on her with these people. So I would love to know what the heck happened there. Um, so it does go both ways. But I will say this, Duchess and AJ, I appreciate the advice you were trying to give me, about, trying not to be a tragedy pimp and all the other stuff. But understand, if you're going to speak on my channel and you're going to kind of give a judgment, you might want to actually watch some things um, before you do that. And like I said, I've got court documents, I've got screenshots, I have a lot of things to back up what I'm saying. So, like I said, I got nothing else to say really at this point. I will not lie. I will tell you, I have many times thought about giving up on this whole investigation, giving up talking about this whole case, because the craziness of the people involved, it makes it scary to be even talking about this. Um, there was another woman who I was chatting with early on in the investigation. She left because she just could not deal with the family. And that was Mallory Thornton. When they were trying to shut down all the groups, she was just like, screw it, I'm done. She got out. I almost kind of wish I had done the same thing. Um, I mean, there are a lot of people telling me, Sarah, you're not a genuine person. You're not genuinely upset that Marissa's missing. You know, um, I've talked to you. We did a live not that long ago, right after Easter. I gave you time to say your side of things, and you contradicted yourself on the live and on text messages you gave me like a couple of days before. So, you know, I don't know what more you want me to do for you. But you had no business giving Mo my phone number. None whatsoever. The message I got in the middle of the night. Somebody had called me on a phone number I have. I have a number that I use that's kind of a secondary number. I got a call on that, and it was a male voice, and they gave me a name that I will not say on this, but they made it clear that they knew where Marissa's body was, and that they would give me the information to where to find it. Um, I did give that to the police, and I believe Star Rain was investigating that end of it as well for me, because I wasn't gonna go out there and look into that. That's the message I got in the middle of the night. So I don't know if the person who they said they were was actually that person. I don't know. The number came in blocked. I answered it because who's gonna call me from a blocked number in the middle of the night? So I was curious. Um, but I said I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks like that. I'm not going to go out there and investigate an area, making sure that I don't have people with me. Um, so I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how far that information got, but there's that. Like I said, I've gotten messages from fake Facebook profiles with information saying, check out this address, this name, blah, blah, blah. Um, like I said, I don't ask for people to give me this information. They just message me. This is what happens. But let me see if I can find that video. Oh, here we go. All right, everybody. Good afternoon, late morning, whatever it is. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. So, brief update. So, I am about to walk into the Greensboro Criminal Investigations Division here, and I have a meeting with the lead detective on Marissa Carmichael's missing person case. So I'm hoping to get some answers and some clarity as to where the investigation is going, but I'm also going to be giving him information too. So this is not just me prodding him for info. He's going to get some from me, the stuff that myself and other people in my investigative Marissa Carmichael SVU team has come up with. So I'm hoping he'll let me record, but I don't know. But once that has been said and done, and if we're able to record, I'll upload all this. You all can see it. Should be pretty exciting. I'm hoping we have some clear answers as to what's going on. But again, this is Rebecca with Red True Crime, so see you soon. All right, everybody. Good after. Okay, so that I took that day. I was advised not to upload it or anything because of fear of upsetting somebody. And now if you can see this, but that's the front door to the Criminal Investigations Building. So, like I said, I'll put all that on YouTube. But now you all could say, Rebecca, how do we know you actually were there? You could have just driven, recorded a video, took a picture of a door, and left. And that's very valid. You know, you could have that doubt, but I think that would be a bit insane for me to make that up and go through those links. And somebody commented on my YouTube channel saying I'm schizophrenic and I need to be back on my meds. I have never been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and I'm not on medication. So, yeah, okay. And then somebody said something about I needed to get off my YouTube channel and take care of my dysfunctional kids. No idea where you're getting that they're dysfunctional. They're all adults and they all have lives. So, yeah. Yeah, they all live with me. But they're not dysfunctional. All three of them have incomes. All three of them work. All three of them have lives. So, not sure where the dysfunction's coming in on that. Let's see, what else can I address? People telling me I don't know shit. People telling me I make up stuff. And that's fine. People can talk smack about me all they want. I mean, it's just their opinion. I mean, I don't take it personal. But I will address things as it comes. And if it's misinformation about myself, I will address it. If it's misinformation about anything else, and if I'm saying something incorrect, I will owe up to that. I have no problem clearing up something I may have missaid or misinformed. And as far as I know, I haven't misinformed or missaid anything. So, you know, and I mean, yes, you know, let's go over some of the more crazy highlights of this case, of things I've said and things people have done. Tasha did a live right after Marissa went missing, and she talked about how she went and got a pill and she did all these things, whatever. Victor Martinez, who was Tasha's boyfriend, got mad at her and put on Facebook that Tasha knows where her body's at. That started a whole mess of things. You've got Smoke, who's the baby daddy, who we find out has got not only the 4 kids with Marissa, he's got 6 other kids with other women out there. And he's got children with another woman that are close in age to Marissa's own kids. So he's been playing the field regardless. And as we've investigated further, there was a guy that Marissa was dating named Jonathan White. Um, you know, was dating a guy named Jonathan White. And this guy was like 23 years old, and Marissa was like probably about 16 at the time. And it's on Facebook, and you can see where the comments are. And he said, "Yeah, I talked to her mom. She's legit." So basically, Sarah condoned this relationship. Her underage daughter with an older guy. Um, but Jonathan was killed in a robbery gone wrong in Lexington, and it wasn't long after that she got with Smoke. And Smoke and Jonathan were very good friends, so close that they refer to each other as brothers. So that is something that was kind of crazy when we saw that, because Smoke's behavior speaks of a person who's obsessed, controlling, and you can't have it both ways. You can't have this guy being a good dad and a good guy, and he's all this other crap, and then him make life hard for Marissa, beat up on Marissa. You guys take out domestic violence charges on him. These kind of things. I mean, it doesn't add up. Like Shawnee Leela, you're saying he obsessed about her and stalked her and all this other stuff for like years. If he was a true stalker and she knew he was stalking her, why did she get in the car with him? I'm sorry, if I'm being stalked by somebody and I know they're stalking me and they try to give me a ride somewhere, I'm not getting in the car with them. So I don't understand that at all. Yeah. There's a lot of things about this case that doesn't make any sense. Really does not make any sense. And I do know that Marissa was leading basically 2 lives. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to acknowledge that in order to help further the case along. So, but the detective has talked to me before, a couple times, and I've had other people in city government reach out to me asking me about how this case is going and whatnot. And I will say it is very, very stressful and very demoralizing. And when I have other YouTubers out there siding with her mother without looking at all the evidence, without vetting her, without actually investigating Marissa at all on her social media, that's disheartening. When I've got them casting aspersions at me without actually watching any of the videos or looking at anything else out there. It's like they went into this blind. Just like the podcast that Sarah was on last week. Right after that podcast was over, I hopped on, did a live to basically state what was nonsense what Sarah was saying. And one of the guys, was actually watching the podcast, watching my live, and had reached out to me and had no idea about any of the stuff that I was talking about. And he was just like, oh my, and he's like, we were just trying to let her speak her truth. But her truth is not true. So, it is what it is. But, like I said, I'm sorry for naming the video that I did about Emma the way I did. I do not regret or take back any of the things I said in the video, because I truly meant that. Um, and I am not a tragedy pimp. That if I'm a tragedy pimp, then everybody who does true crime is a tragedy pimp. That's you see when you call one. I mean, I've never heard that term until tonight, but if I am one, then everyone else is too, which means Duchess, you are, AJ, that Arctic Fox guy, everybody who does a true crime podcast is a tragedy pimp. So I can't think of anything else to say at this point, but I'll rein it back in. I won't be so angry at times, and I do think it's wrong of the women who were holding the podcast tonight to throw such aspersions at Greensboro PD. I mean, yeah, I've criticized them myself in city government, but I live here and I can do that. You ladies don't live here. Sarah does, but the other two do not. So, I mean, Marissa had made it clear on that 911 call she was not in danger. She was mad. She didn't have her phone. All the text messages and the calls to other people trying to get a hold of Jersey made that clear she was not in danger. So if a guy is stalking her and she willingly gets in the car with him, I don't think he's stalking her. I truly think that Sean and Jersey were two guys that got plucked and said, okay, yep, you look like good patsies. We're going to blame it on you. Because, as the research shows, everybody knows everybody. Mo knows Smoke. Smoke knows Mo. Mo knows Sean and Jersey. Sean and Jersey know Janaj's boyfriend, who all get introduced to Marissa, which means they probably met Smoke and Mo. It's one big circle that keeps going around and round and round, and everybody is connected. Right, and exactly, and that's the other thing. And thank you, Lady V, for pointing that out. If he was stalking her and he wanted to keep her, why did he let her use his phone? Even if it's a text now number, he still let her use the damn phone. That doesn't make any sense. Make this make sense. Because I don't understand this at all. Oh, sorry. I'm exhausted. This is, like I said, this whole case and doing what we do is emotionally, mentally, and physically draining. I mean, everybody in the group that we're in, we're all exhausted. All of us are exhausted. We all have day jobs, we all have families, and we're still dedicating time to this, and we're exhausted. So, yeah, I can't think of anything else to talk about. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know, and I'll address them as best I can. Comments. I mean, I want her found. I want her found unharmed, but I don't think that's going to happen at this point. It's been too much time has gone by. You know, I mean, you hear about these weird cases where someone's been missing for 20 years and they were found in the basement of the house next door, alive. I would say, as a friend of mine keeps saying, that's an outlier. Rebecca, stop playing. That's an outlier. That's what he says to me. And the outliers are not the norm. I mean, you do anything you can say. You can find a argument for the exception, but the exception is not the rule. You have to understand that too. And he said, I feel for these kids. I really do. You know, I've had a couple people criticize me for talking about Marissa's extracurricular activities, but that woman was a very free spirit and had no problem putting out there what she was doing. It's all over her social media. Did the male say he would go and tell the police what he knows? No, he did not say that. He was just giving me the information. And to be clear, the only male suspect I've talked to in this entire case are, well, two, Victor Martinez and Mo Dallas. And the person that called did not sound like either one of those two people. But I mean, Sarah and I can both agree on one thing. People know, there are people out there that know what happened to Marissa. There's people in that group that know, and they're all being kept quiet, or they're afraid. I do too. I hope that person goes to the police. Um, and we have people who give their opinion, and it's very insightful. We let other people speak their mind. But that nonsense Sarah said, that everybody makes a comment that I don't like, I delete it. No, I don't. I did not know, because I'm new to YouTube. I did not know that there was a section called "Hold for Held for Approval." I didn't even notice that till like 3 4 days ago, and I saw so many comments. I'm like, oh my goodness! So I went ahead and proved them all, because I'm all about 100% transparency, and I know there are people out there who dislike what I do or what I say, and I can take the criticism. I can take the backlash, no problem, because it is what it is. Not everybody's going to be happy 100% of the time, and I have no problem taking criticism, but I will respond to it in kind. Like, I had one person named Tina Hudson who said that I didn't know shit, and I was full of it. And I responded to her going, okay, if I don't know anything, then do you know where she is? There's a TikToker named Prophet, P.I. Prophet. He's convinced that the Marissa's a Carly Russell 2.0 case, that she just ran off. And again, he's never responded to me, but I did ask, like, okay, if your investigator that you hired to do checks into this found evidence that this was a Carly Russell case, why hasn't that been brought to the police? Why has that not been posted on your TikTok? That would prove everything right there. But no, they have not done that. Um, let's see what else. That was kind of interesting when I saw that, because that guy said that back in March, that he thought it was a Carly Russell case, and we're now almost to June, and there's been no sign of her. Um, yeah, I said I'm sad by this. I'm very sad by all this. And oh, hey, Kayla. Um, what you have not, well, here's what you missed. So Sarah Carmichael went on another podcast, a YouTube podcast, and Duchess for the Missing and AJ something or other, and it was a 3 hour podcast, and they let Sarah speak her mind, but there was some things that Sarah said that she's always been saying, that Sean and Jersey and Naja set Marissa up, and oh, they talked about me, about how I'm mean and things. So I was just addressing all that. So, oh yeah, I'm a liar. I didn't meet with the detective and all that stuff. And I played a video of me in front of the Criminal Investigation Bureau building. So I don't know. I guess that's some proof. It's not clear proof, but I have that. And yeah, like I said, any other questions before I hop off here? I've been rambling on for about 35 minutes. Any questions? That is mean. Somebody called my kids dysfunctional. Wow, that's crazy. I'm not gonna let them know you all said that, because you do not want the terror that will be unleashed by my oldest daughter. Mm-mm. Thank you, Kayla. Yeah. According to Sarah, I don't have direct contact with the detective, because he told her he's never told me, never talked to me, and she has proof of that on her phone. But my thing is, if you got proof of that, then post it. Call my ass out. I have actually. Let me see. Nope, my wallet's in my purse. But in my wallet. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Give me one moment. Pause. I'm in bed because I'm tired. But let's see. Ah, now how do you think I got that? Just saying. Right. Thank you, Kayla. Yes. I have his direct line to his desk, and it just says when they're just giving the main GPT line like that on the Toda Live the other night. I'm so sick of that one. Okay. Yeah. So, exactly. I have his direct line to his desk. I have his business card. Let's see. Does this have his direct line on there? Okay. Now, this has his division number on it, but I do have his direct number. And it starts with 336412. After, I'm not going to give the last four because I don't want people harassing that man. Even though we probably should because he has not returned the last few calls I've made to him. But I'm not going to do that to him. And, yeah. But for the people in the back, I'm going to play that video again of me in front of GPD. I apologize if you've already seen it, but if you have not, um, it's interesting. Let me find it again. Here we go. Play it again.
All right, everybody. Good afternoon, late morning, whatever it is. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. So, brief update. So, I am about to walk into the Greensboro Criminal Investigations Division here, and I have a meeting with the lead detective on Marissa Carmichael's missing person case. So, I'm hoping to get some answers and some clarity as to where the investigation is going, but I'm also going to be giving him information too. So this is not just me um, prodding him for info. He's going to get some from me. The stuff that myself and other people in my investigative um, Marissa Carmichael SVU team has come up with. So I'm hoping he'll let me record, but I don't know. But once that has been said and done, and if we're able to record, I'll upload all this. You all can see it. Should be pretty exciting. I'm hoping we have some clear answers as to what's going on. But again, this is Rebecca with Red True Crime. So see you soon. All right, everybody. Good after.
Yeah. So, and that was recorded April 15th. April 15th is when I had that meeting with that man. And I wasn't the only one there. Star Rain was with me. We were both there. So, Sarah can sit there and say, I did not meet with him all she wants. And if he's telling her he didn't give me anything or he didn't meet with me, I'm sure he has his own reasons for doing that. But I was there. We had to check in. The woman at the desk had to call him down to come get us. We went to a little conference room. It was very creepy, but and very beige. But we were there, and we talked to him for a good hour. And I've emailed him things, and he's called me back, and when I've had concerns. So, you know, again, like I said, Duchess and AJ, you guys really should vet the people before you bring them on there, and take everything they say like it's Bible because it's so not. And only Sarah Carmichael can answer why she is going out of her way to cause problems for me and anybody else trying to help with this case. We've asked her multiple times to just tell the truth, just admit what's going on. you know, I've talked to her. I mean, it's in screenshots that I've put up on YouTube of our conversations. You know, I've talked about my sister that had gone missing and all that. We talked about that. Thank you, Kayla, for the vote of confidence. Kayla said, at this point, I wouldn't believe Sarah if she said the sky was blue. I'd have to go check for myself. Yet, I believe everything you say. Now, who's the liar, Sarah? So, like I said, I know you guys are great, great supporters of me. The YouTube channel, though, is getting a lot of negative feedback right now. A lot of the Carmichael cronies, as I'm going to call them, have filled my comment section up with a lot of negativity. So, it is what it is. It'd be great if other people went on there and gave their opinion, positive or negative. I'm not trying to, you know, you know, add force people. Actually, that'd be great, Kayla. The army can go jump on your YouTube and shut that down. That would be wonderful if you guys would do that. Because it would be nice. It would be nice to have some more, kind of make it a little bit more even. But the channel is Red True Crime. So subscribe, comment, like, share, criticize, whatever. Like I said, I do not delete negative comments. I never have, nor will I ever. I always approve everything, no matter how negative it is, because again, I believe in full transparency. Um, I like I said, I'm not afraid of people criticizing me or calling me out or accusing. No, I don't like being accused of things, but I will take it and I will deal with it and I will address it. And I am not a tragedy pimp. And like I said, if I am actually a tragedy pimp, then everybody else in true crime is as well. We all are. So they got to own that. Hi, Candy. Yeah, I would agree with that. It seems like as soon as the closer we get, the more crap people talk. So, um, thank you, Nini. But like I said, after Emma messaging my daughter a few days ago, telling her to tell me to back off, I really considered giving up this case. I really did, because that's just going too far. Yeah, my kids have nothing to do with my channel. They don't even like me doing this channel. They've made that clear. And yeah, I nobody need to be reaching out to them. That's going too far. I'd say if I had messaged Emma directly like before, that'd been one thing, but I never did. And what kills me is Emma blocked me, so she messages my kid, and then I can't even respond back to her privately to say, "Hey, back off." Um, no, she blocks me, so I had no choice but to go on Facebook on a live broadcast and say the things I said because I was angry. Um, but as I have said before, I do apologize for labeling the video the way I did. That was probably going a little too far, but I don't regret anything I said in the video, and nor will I apologize for that. Yeah, my kids should not be a target. It is childish. I mean, granted, my kids are adults. Um, that was something Sarah said. I made this video, and she said, and my daughter's 8. She's an 18-year-old child. No, she is an adult. If she's 18, she is an adult. And if your 18-year-old daughter feels the need to go message other people's relatives and go on a YouTube channel and leave all kinds of comments like she did, then she's opened herself up for comments in return. But my daughter never did anything to her. So my daughter doesn't, again, has never been on my channel, doesn't even watch the episodes, doesn't do anything. So there was no reason for you all to even reach out to her. Like I said, and again, my kids aren't kids; they're adults, but they're my kids. So um, Yes, Sarah is literally a walking contradiction. That's like me saying my 19-year-old is a child. No, she's an adult. I have a 24-year-old son. I have a 20, well, she'll be 22 in a couple weeks. 22-year-old daughter. You know, so my kids are grown, ish. I say ish because they still live at home, but but they're not dysfunctional. It's expensive to live on your own, you know, and they don't want to leave dear old mom alone in a house and all stuff, you know. Okay, well, I am getting very tired, and I'm gonna have to end this because I'm gonna literally fall asleep on camera, and that's just not a look I want. Thank you for the support, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you can go to the channel, subscribe and comment, like these kind of things, that'd be great. Um, yeah, I will keep doing this as long as I feel like I have the support to keep doing this. And I'm not obsessed with Marissa. It's just that's the one thing that's on locally that's easier to look stuff up on. You know, I have other cases I can talk about. I have people reaching out, giving me case ideas all the time because they like the way I talk about things. And I've already done two other cases. I did, you know, Helen Dalton and Tiara Cacique Williams. So I did both of those. Um, it just sometimes it's just harder to research stuff. You know, it is what it is. But good night, everybody. Again, thank you for the moment to talk about what happened tonight, and I'm gonna keep going as long as I have the support. Star will also keep going as long as she has the support. Our group will keep going as long as we have the support. So don't forget that. You know, as long as we have support, we'll keep going. And thank you for all the positive feedback in the comments. And have a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope all is well with everybody. Be safe. As I say, be weird, be rude, be safe. If you're weird and rude, no one will take you. And I truly believe that. And so, like I said, Red True Crime on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, comment. You don't have to criticize. I've had a lot of criticism lately. I could have a few days off of that. But good night, everybody, and thank you for listening. All right, everybody. Good afternoon, late morning, whatever it is. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. So brief update. So I am about to walk into the Greensboro Criminal Investigations Division here, and I have a meeting with the lead detective on Marissa Carmichael's missing person case. So I'm hoping to get some answers and some clarity as to where the investigation is going, but I'm also going to be giving him information too. So this is not just me prodding him for info. He's going to get some from me, the stuff that myself and other people in my investigative Marissa Carmichael SVU team has come up with. So I'm hoping he'll let me record, but I don't know. But once that has been said and done, and if we're able to record, I'll upload all this so you all can see it. Should be pretty exciting. I'm hoping we have some clear answers as to what's going on. But again, this is Rebecca with Red True Crime, so see you soon.